Hello.
Hello. How are
Hello.
you?
Hello. All
Long
right.
time no see.
I know we've had a nice rest. It's been a very good break. We needed it, I think.
Mm.
Um,
Oh yeah.
December, January is always a bit of a weird time in the performing arts. And then I was also moving home and deciding where I was going to be. And my studies are really kind of winding down. Now I'm almost qualified completely with my diploma in hypnotherapy. So I'm very excited
Yes.
for all that holds in store for me. I'm very excited about that. And
Brilliant.
how is your December, January, February, and now March?
Oh my god, yeah, we're already in March. No, it's been great. It's been crazy. The break has been nice. My son started school this year, so we had
Oh,
that whole fun settling in, getting used to it. Now he's getting the bus to and from school, like,
wow.
it's not a
Big,
thing.
big child. That's
Yeah,
a whole new
yeah.
world, isn't it? Just that maturity and it's amazing when there's that jump from junior school to, grade, is he grade 1 or kindy now?
He's kindy, so he's
Yeah,
just
but it's
started. So we
that
went
big
from
step.
preschool,
Mm.
yeah, to kindy, and it's like I didn't see or really get the big deal until like the first day, like we all went, the whole family, and you can see every other kindy, not just parents, but like whole family. It's like this whole big event to sort of see them off. And then I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm keeping it together. And then I looked over at my husband and he was like turning away, like tears.
Oh,
And I was like, I've lost it. Sunglasses on. I'm losing
oh,
my shit. But Rocky
sweetheart.
was fine. Like there was a couple of tears, but Rocky was fine. He found his best bud. They gave each other a cuddle. Oh, and then they held
Oh,
hands in the line and they were ready off to conquer the world in kindy. It was
that's
super
really
cute.
sweet. Yeah,
Super
that's
cute,
really
but I was
sweet.
not expecting the emotional sort of ride that you go on as well
Yeah. Oh,
with them.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's big.
Just
It's big.
did
And
not
then when
expect
they
that.
graduate like year 6 and stuff, like you just get so emotional. Like you don't realize you get so invested in their journey. I mean, they're your babies.
They're
Like, yeah.
milestones. Yeah, they're your babies. So that was pretty full on. So now we're March. We've already done it. We've already had a midterm break. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, you only just started, and now they had a midterm break. Anyway, we're back from that.
Yep.
Then we got school
I
holidays to deal with. Ugh.
It's all just, yeah, the whole year is just flying by. So we are dealing with what is your brand today. So for those of you who are watching, this is being live streamed to a number of business pages that I run. We have an audience of about 10,000 people that have access to this now. I'm very excited to share this journey with you guys every single week, or at least hopefully every week. Tara and I will be looking at quotes by successful business people and kind of pulling them apart and digging through to find the golden nuggets found inside. So if you are a person who is an entrepreneur, you're someone who, is interested in running your own business, or you're sort of looking for a job, or, in the market for a job, all of this aim is to really inspire and motivate you to be the best you can be and to take that one step further that you need to take. So yeah. So what is your take when it comes to logos, branding?
All right, yeah, let's start with branding more specifically. And I know that you'll read out the quote, which is just sums it up perfectly and so on point. But branding is, people do reduce it down to the nitty gritty and the bits and bobs that kind of make up branding, and they think that that's it. So again, like you said, logos, colors, my font, and I've seen so many business owners, particularly women, just fuss over these little details, which
Yeah.
honestly, they're not, in the grand scheme of things, and not that important. And you can always come back and fix up the logo or the images or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's more important to just get that out, get the essence of your brand out there. And like you said, it was stream this to a couple of business groups and people who are looking for work.
Yeah.
This couldn't be more relevant for you. Even if you don't want to start a business,
Yeah.
you still need to understand what your personal brand is. And so let's go back to what is brand. Brand is that the feeling people get when they interact with you or your business. It is the images and the vibe that people associate with you, with your business, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, always give the example of Google, right? What kind of a freaking name is Google? I really don't think they spent that much time on it. Who cares? Like, now everyone knows Google, and you've all got an idea and images that come to mind when people say Google. I mean, I think I shared this last season, but my little girl, she was being rude, and she was 3 at the time, and I said to her, Maya, where are your manners? And she goes, Google it. Right? Like, even my 3-year-old knows freaking Google.
So
That's
funny.
how good their brand is, you know.
So
And
funny,
same with
hey?
Apple, you know. Apple, same thing. It's not that exciting. There's no colors to it, but it's the whole imagery. It's the vibe that they give across. That's their branding, right? So that's why I think it's so important.
So now talking from the perspective of a member, say, of the job search groups that I run. These are job search groups that are filled with 2 types of people: the people providing the work and the people looking for the work. So if you're looking for work, you might think to yourself, how could I possibly brand myself? But you do. Your brand is, what are you wearing when you walk in the door? How have you styled your hair? How are you speaking? How are you presenting yourself? How are you connecting with the people around you? Are you schmoozing, making friends, networking, picking up names, numbers, friending on Facebook, looking on LinkedIn, really using every single inch of time that you have in that space to really spread your brand? And your brand is you. I remember when I was looking at websites and looking at businesses and everything and business names way back, and I was always afraid to use my name. I didn't like the idea of my name being out there. And someone said to me one day, but you are your brand. You are the thing that people want. You do, because I do a lot of things. Yeah, I do a lot of different products and services. And someone said, people are going to get really confused. Rather just push yourself as the central thing that people can go to for their problems to be solved. And I was like, whoa, that's huge. And so my brand became me. And no matter what it is I do, it's always me. So it kind of simplified things, but it's about how do I look? What do I sound like? What am I wearing? What is my background? All of that is branding, every last bit. So let's have a look at the quote. It's important to realize that brand is much more than a logo and a slogan. A brand is who your company is, how you function, and make decisions. Now, Joanna McFarland is the co-founder of HopSkipDrive. We'll have a quick look at their website in a minute. They are kind of like an Uber for school kids in America, and it's a safe option, a safe form of taxi cab for you to get your children home safely. HopSkipDrive, beautiful name when you consider it's child-focused. Their logo is very, very nice. It's a heart with a buckle of a seatbelt on it. So they have really thought of what is their product, who are they serving, and how can they best identify in that niche market. So I'm going to just open up that page quickly for us. So just amazing.
While you do that, I just want to talk on your point of your personal brand and how much I've seen it grow and develop, especially as, for one, you got clearer on it. I mean, this is the thing. We all have a personal brand, whether we know it or not, right? We always have, we always make judgments of other people and go, oh, there's that person, they're so-and-so, or they're kind of like this. And so people are, you have a personal brand, right? So it's better that you're actually in charge of that narrative and what that sort of looks like and is perceived, rather than just sort of haphazardly going about it. But the example of you specifically, Sandy, is that the point is you are so creative, you do so many different things. So the idea of Sandy Starviking is not just the hairdresser or the face painter or the artist. It's Sandy Starviking, the creative, which means one, your brand, your personal brand is now very clear. People know that regardless what you do, like it doesn't matter what they come to you for, whether it's your music or your art, whatever, they already know what they're going to get. Again, coming back to the example of Apple, they originally did computers and now they're phones and now they're Jesus, right? They're everything, right? But it doesn't matter what the thing is, you know what you're going to get. So that some people worry, I think, that a brand or getting quite clear and specific on their brand can limit them. I would say it's actually the opposite.
It's scary. It's scary once you reach that point where you have to really burrow down and go, okay, this is who I am. This is how I identify.
But you've got to go, this is who I am, and this is how I show up. This is how I deliver it. Not focusing on this is what I do, right? Yeah. And people who are looking for jobs, this is really important. People who are looking for jobs, when you are in an interview, you are always speaking to how you deliver, how you engage, how you show up, how you work, not step one, I do this and I just do that. You know what I mean? Because we all do so many different things. We all have such a wide range of skills that we can do. And plus we can learn anything. Like that's not a big deal, really. And this is for people who are looking to employ others. That's what you should be looking at. What is the vibe of this person that you're going to be bringing into your company, into your company culture? Are they a fit? Are they a fit? Because if not, holy Jesus, it goes down pretty badly. So this is why I think branding is so important. Again, it has to be more than just colors and pretty logos as well. So it comes back to how you are showing up and the vibe you give off and how you deliver your product or service. Like that is really key.
Yeah. So this is a really good example. So this is the website of the person that we're looking at tonight, their quote that they've given us about brand.
HopSkipDrive.
And if you look at this beautiful website, it's got good movement, good motion.
Clean,
the colors are really nice. They've made sure they've got COVID info up front. 13 million miles driven, 1 million plus children driven, 6,000 schools covered. I think it's absolutely wonderful. You can see they've got their branding on point, their outfits, they've got their app. Everything is just gorgeous, and all of their partners as well. So you can put this into play whether you are a business or whether you are an individual. And
can we see your website? You had it up before. Is that all right? Can we see your website?
Yes, I can. Just give me 1 second. I'll just open it up. And then, so I have 2 websites.
Yeah.
And it's, it's
really key. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't emphasize enough how important it is. If you're on LinkedIn, guys, you'll start to see it everywhere, right? Like that's such a good place to establish your personal brand. And all the business owners there, because this is the other thing. I'm in a couple of different networking groups, and so many of the women I talk to, they're more than like they've got a strong established business brand, and that looks good and that's fine. But they're realizing that kind of gets them so far, but they don't, they like to hide behind it. They don't really push themselves forwards to be a part of that brand or even separate themselves. They haven't even bothered to create a prominent personal brand for themselves because they're, oh, no, I'm just like behind the scenes. You're doing yourself, firstly, but also your company or your organization a disservice because that could then be a second avenue. You could broaden your audience and your platform by having here's your business and then here's you as well. Like you see Richard Branson does it so much. So there's Virgin and then Richard Branson now has his own personal brand. And then so there's many top entrepreneurs and performers who do this as well. So sorry, let's
So,
go back. Starviking
so
page.
this
Rock
is
out.
my one website. I have two websites. So I'm known as Sandy Bagara. I'm also known as the Starviking. I'm two separate entities. The Starviking is a whole philosophy. It's an entire way of living and being, and ties into my hypnotherapy and the work that I'll be doing in that field, as well as my music production, because I'm also an electronic operatic synth music producer. So I have lots of areas of interest that I work in. So firstly, you can even have a static web page to advertise yourself, and you have your business card. And when you meet someone, you just give them the card. You can even have one card with a QR code that you have got created for free on Google, and people just hover their phone over and your website comes up and they can see everything they need to know. Every single part of this that needs to be hyperlinked is hyperlinked, and every hyperlink draws them into an email where if the subject header is already written, they either are going to find out more about me or they're going to contact me, every single hyperlink. I've also made sure that my insurance is mentioned, that I'm COVID safe, and everything like that. Being friendly and approachable, it's important. Having a smile on your face,
I like that
including info. This is all my music. And then this is all the stuff that I offer as well, but it's not, the main focus of this page. So let me just quickly hop over to the other one.
I think it's important that people know as well, you can have, like you said, just a one-page website, especially if you're looking at your personal brand, and it can be a free website. Like there is so many Google sites, right? Just go to G Suite and you can create a free website. It is it is so simple, but I think it's important. Again, I say this as well for job seekers. You can totally have your own website that's a little bit about you,
absolutely.
right? You can have
Just
work samples on there. You can have testimonials and reviews. It's super simple, but I think little things like that make you stand out.
Yeah.
Right?
And my website's now sitting at over 200,000 views. So it's getting traction. It's got people on there. Everything again is hyperlinked. Remember, with your logo, it needs to say who you are. So I am LGBTQ friendly. I am a safe space and supportive program, and everything that I run supports the LGBTQ community. So my logo, each petal of the lotus has got a different image within it that connects to something that I do or provide. And the music is at the center with the eternity symbol, which is also a sign for hypnosis. So, and the love heart encompasses a lotus. So you've got to find something that really calls to you. And then because I offer so many different things, I have similar logos for everything. And each one of those panels leads you down to a different service that I provide. And that is the page. That's the web page.
Amazing.
Simple.
I'll also say to people, don't freak out if you're like me and not like Sandy, who's just amazingly creative and can just put these incredible colors and imagery together like that. It takes her 2 seconds. If you're not like that and you're like me, who's a little bit like nuffy when it comes to color coordination, again, don't worry. You got free access to free stuff like Canva. Canva is brilliant.
Canva's very good.
And you can just put that stuff on there. Like I said,
Pixabay.com as well.
Yes.
Pixabay.com. Pixabay.com. It's endless royalty-free imagery that you can use.
Amazing.
If you're in Australia, you can use Vistaprint to do all of your business cards. There are templates on there. You can Google free QR code generator. If you have a Gmail account or you create one, you can look up Google My Business, and you can create a Google My Business page, which can have everything that you do on it. Really, 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 really nice. And then you can just generate a QR code for that, pop that on a business card, and away you go. Don't let fear hold you back from creating a brand for yourself.
And I think that's the biggest thing, isn't it?
Can be a brand.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing.
We're coming into the end of our time slot. Thank you so much. I think we've covered a couple golden nuggets tonight and shared a little bit of wisdom tonight. So that makes me very happy. If you are a part of any of the groups that will be seeing this video, please let us know your journey. Let us know where you're from in the world. What work do you do? You know, how are you working to create your brand? How are you working to give yourself the best opportunities possible? If you are in a country where that is very difficult, let us know your problems. Maybe we can even help look for solutions for you that are available in your home country as well, because we have viewers from all over the world. Thank you so much, Tara. This is Tara Malel, an amazing business mind, incredible coach, and amazing friend and person as well. So thank you, my darling. I hope that you all have a wonderful evening wherever you are in the world. It's nighttime for us, or it might be morning where you are. So have a good, safe day. Look after yourselves, and remember, you are your own brand. All right. Goodbye, guys.